Okay guys, a very good morning. We are in the discussion of banking companies. So today maximum we can complete this banking company. So what are the concepts we have discussed till now means? We have completed the meaning of a banking company. Next one, recognition of interest income on loans and advances. And on this, the accounting treatment also we have completed. So for example, if it is a non-performing asset means, what is the due entry? Customer account debited to interest suspense account. Then after at the time of receipt of that interest, what is the entry ma? Cash or bank account debited to customer account. Then after that interest suspense account we have to reduce and we have to transfer to interest account. At that point of time, what is the entry? Interest suspense account debited to interest income account. And again we should transfer that amount to the P&L account. What is the entry ma? Interest income account debited to P&L account. If it is a bad debt means what is the entry? Bad debt account debit, interest suspense account debited to customer account. So these are the points we have discussed in accounting for the interest income on loans and advances. And rebate we know. Can you tell me the entry for the bill discounting? Bill purchased and discount account debit to what? Okay, to customer account, because whatever the amount we need to pay to interest income account. And again interest income either we can transfer to the P&L account if it is related to current year. If it is not related to current year means you have to transfer to which account? Rebate account. Can you tell me the entry ma? So interest income account debited to P&L account to rebate on bill discount. Again the rebate on bill discount, in the next year we have to do the reversal. Can you tell me the entry of reversal? Rebate on bill discount account debited to interest income account. So now whatever the balance available in the rebate on bill discount should be transferred to which account? Nothing but should be transferred to P&L, should be transferred to balance sheet. The balance available in the rebate on bill discount at the end of the year, that should be transferred to the liability side of balance sheet, because it is asset or liability liability, because it is showing which balance? Credit balance. Rebate of bill discount is nothing but income received in advance. Nothing but what ma? Income received in advance. So these are the points we have discussed in rebate of bill discount. And next, creation of provision. Have you remember the percentages ma? What is the normal percentage? 0.4 percentage if it is a standard. When coming to the substandard, we are having the two categories, secured and unsecured. Secured 15 percentage, unsecured 25. If it is escrow means how much ma? 20 percentage. Coming to the doubtful, okay, 0 to 1 year, how much? 25. And 2 to 3 years, 40, and more than 3 years 100 if it is secured. If it is unsecured means 100, 100 and 100. Loss assets also 100. Yes or no ma? Sir, up to 3 months is the default means that is called as substandard. More than 3 months and less than 15 months is called as substandard. Okay, first one is a standard, second one is a substandard. And more than 15 months and 15 plus 12 how much ma? 27. Okay, more than 15 months and less than 27 months, that is the first category. More than 27 months and less than 51, I think so, is second category. More than 51 months, that is called as what ma? Third category. These are the points we have successfully discussed in the provision, and this is also completed. Next, what is the CRR percentage? CRR percentage and SLR percentage. CRR is at the rate of 4 percentage, SLR is at the rate of 18 percentage. CRR means we have to invest in a safe securities, or we have to transfer cash to the RBI. We have to transfer cash to the RBI. What is the meaning of SLR ma? We have to make our cash in a safe securities like government securities. So next one. Those are the points we have covered in the previous class, and we have discussed about the meaning of escrow account also. What is the meaning of escrow account ma? It is acting like a middleman in between what ma? Buyer and the seller. If the seller fulfill all the conditions, then only the amount available in the escrow account should be transferred to the seller. Okay, and again we have discussed about two things, EI CGC and ECGC. What is the meaning of DICGC full form ma? Depository Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation. ECGC what ma? Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. So we can see certain questions in the past questions. They are asking about what ma? About DICGC and ECGC. How we need to calculate ma? So see this question very carefully. How many marks ma? Straight away 7 marks. But till now, which models they are asking in the previous examinations? We have seen the income recognition one. Either performing means accrual basis, non-performing means receipt basis. And again, we have seen the rebate on bill discount, and we have seen the provision points also. Now, which concept they are asking once again? Coverages of DICGC and ECGC. That is, we have discussed in which concept ma? Creation of provision concept only we have covered that coverage of securities. So how we have to do this one ma? So simple. What is the balance outstanding on 31st March 2025? 70 lakhs and 6 lakhs, 60 lakhs. So first a term loan we can see. First what we can see ma? Term loan. What is the coverage ma? 40%. Who will, for term loan who will give the coverage? DICGC or ECGC? DICGC. What is the security held ma? 30 lakhs. But the realizable value of security is equal to how much? 20 lakhs. That means now what is the amount of secured amount? 30 lakhs we should consider 20 lakhs. Even though they have given a security of 30 lakhs, but what is the realizable amount? 20 lakhs. That is the reason we have to take only 20 lakhs. That means out of 70 lakhs, first we have to reduce what ma? 20 lakhs. That is equal to how much ma? 50 lakhs is total unsecured. 50 lakh is total unsecured. Now out of, on this 50 lakh, what is the coverage they have given? 40%. So 50 lakhs into 40%, 20 lakhs. Okay na guys. So if you reduce the 20 lakhs, how much we are getting ma? 30 lakhs. Now on which amounts we have to create the provision? So we have to create the provision on 20 lakhs, it is secured, and the provision of 30 lakhs, it is a unsecured. We should not create the provision on 20 lakhs of coverage of DICGC because it is a security given by government. So here they are not mentioned, SIMA, which is not paid any interest on 24-25. So we can take an assumption that this is a loss asset. This is a loss asset, and we can create what ma? 100% and 100% of 100% on secured and 100% on unsecured. What is the total amount of provision ma? 20 plus 30, that is equal to how much? 50. Guys are understanding. Or you can take assumption that it is a substandard, or you can take assumption that doubtful first category, doubtful second category. It is purely based upon you only. Guys are understanding ma. But what is the best option ma? Create like, assume this all the term loan and export credit is like what ma? Loss asset or what? Loss asset, and create like this only. We have to compulsory write the note point. We are assuming this term loan and we are assuming this export credit like a loss asset. That is the reason on secured portion 100% of provision and the unsecured portion also 100% of provision. Guys, are you clearly understanding my point? Next come to the export credit. Okay, how to calculate the export credit ma? First 60 lakh. Out of this 60 lakh, we have to reduce 16 or 20. 16, because what is the realizable amount? 16 lakhs. So that is the reason we are reducing the 16 lakh. What is the remaining amount ma? 44. Out of these 44 lakhs, what is the coverage they have given? 50%. That means how much ma? 22 lakh. What is the remaining amount ma? 22. Now what is the amount of provision? 16 lakh plus 22 lakhs. That is equal to how much ma? 38 lakhs. So this is how we have clearly discussed about what ma? Coverage of DICGC and ECGC coverages. Okay na? So purely a simple concept. Basically banking company is a simple chapter. Easily we can get 9 out of 9 marks. 7 marks on descriptive question, 2 marks on MCQs. Okay guys, shall I move forward? So what are the concepts are remaining ma? Bill sent for collection and acceptance, endorsement and guarantee. And financial statements we can discuss after the completion of what ma? Schedule 3, nothing but that is also preparation of financial statements of every company. Because after that only you can able to understand this one. Okay, shall we move forward? Okay, before that I will explain about, there are Another points also we can write here. So we have missed out what ma coverage of DICGC and ECGC, and we have to discuss about types of banks and we have to discuss about types of books of accounts maintained by banks. Nothing but what are the normal books of accounts we will maintain? Journal, ledger, trial balance, like that. But what are the books of accounts are maintained by the banks also we have to see. Purely these two are again MCQ point of view. And the meaning also for MCQ. Okay na guys. So we are going to discuss now. We can complete how many concepts means 1, 2, 3 and 4. Only one concept will be pending, that's all. Shall I move forward guys? Is there any doubts up to here? There is no. So you have to revise each and every day. Easily 70 out of 70 marks we can get from the corporate accounting itself. Okay na guys? So because if you compare the paper 6, we are having a lot of concepts. But here we are having a limited concepts. Only banking, insurance, electricity. These three are small chapters. And next, the big chapter is schedule 3. Now, that is also same like final accounts only, but we have to classify in a particular head, that's all. You have to remember that particular expenditure or income or asset or liability will be falls on which category, that's all. And next we have to discuss 4 standards are there, and then the main big chapter is accounting for shares and debentures. Okay, there we are having nearly 8 concepts, like 8 small concepts are there. So normally all the faculties will start from that chapter only. But why I am starting this one means this is somewhat interesting, that is somewhat bore, and every time the journal entries will be repeated there. So that is the reason this is a banking company and interest to the students also. What is the meaning of bank? How they are performing the activities? So easy and simple and easily confirm 7 marks we can get in the examination. That is the point. Okay. Okay. First we can try and complete types of banks and types of books of accounts are maintained, and then we can discuss the remaining concepts. Okay. Can you say, can anyone in the class, do you know the types of banks? Scheduled banks, non-scheduled banks, scheduled commercial, scheduled cooperative banks. Have you listened these types of words? No. Urbans, RRBs, regional rural banks. Okay ma, fine. Visible somewhat. See here ma, the main Indian banks are classified into 2 types. What is the first one ma? Scheduled bank, non-scheduled bank. What is the meaning of scheduled? Means the banks which are following the RBI. Nothing but the banks which are registered under the RBI is called as scheduled banks. The banks which are not registered under the RBI is called as what ma? Non-scheduled banks. So again they are categories in the scheduled banks. There is no type of category in the non-scheduled bank. They will ask an MCQ ma, what are all the categories are included in scheduled banks? Means the main 2 categories are scheduled commercial and scheduled cooperative. First of all, we can understand what is the meaning of scheduled commercial and scheduled cooperative. Then after we can discuss all these types of banks, easily you can remember. Okay na guys, shall I move forward? Okay, can you say what are the main 2 banks ma? scheduled banks and non-scheduled banks. When coming to the, what is the meaning of scheduled banks, ma? Means, see here, ma. So included in the second schedule of RBI of 1934, following the RBI rules, that is called as schedule. What is the meaning of non-schedule, ma? Included or not included? Not included in second schedule of RBI and not following the rules. So what are the main examples? State Bank of India, HDFC and ICI. These are the banks are called as what, ma? Scheduled banks and non-scheduled banks. Scheduled banks. And Capital Local Area Bank, North East Small Finance Bank and Small Finance Bank. Okay. So these are the banks. Have you listened this type of banks, ma? We have not listened, because the people will trust this type of banks. The people will trust this type of banks, ma. The people will trust only this type of banks. That is the reason we know only this type of banks. We don't know these types of banks. Guys are understanding? Okay. Now what is our agenda, ma? We have to understand differences between schedule and non-schedule. We have to understand between schedule commercial and schedule cooperative. Schedule commercial and schedule cooperative. Any guess from your side? The main objective, first of all, this side, the left hand side is called as scheduled commercial banks. Right hand side is called as what, ma? Scheduled cooperative banks. So the main objective of the scheduled commercial banks are called as profit earning. And here what, ma? Member welfare and mutual benefit. For example, here commercial bank will be started by either government or either private people or foreign investors. Either government or private people or foreign. When coming to the cooperative banks, in the name itself we are having cooperative societies will start this bank for the welfare of the members of the cooperative. Okay na guys, for example, we are having one cooperative, nothing but Shikara Cooperative Society. We are starting one bank, okay na, for the welfare of ourselves. We are all the members na, for the welfare of ourselves. Mainly we are focusing on agricultural activities. Mainly we are focusing on what, ma? Agriculture. Guys are understanding the point or not? If the cooperative societies are starting the bank, that is called as what, ma? Scheduled cooperative banks. Okay, normal government or private person or what, ma? Foreign investor is starting the bank, means that is called as what? Commercial banks. Commercial means what? What is the main motto of commercial? Profits or economic. Okay na? So next, who is the ownership, ma? Now only we have discussed who is the owner. Either government or either private or what, ma? Foreign investor. Here who is the owner, ma? Owned by the members of cooperative societies. And next, what is the services they will give, ma? They will give the services of loans and advances. That is the main service. Here what, ma? Mainly serve for the members, farmers, small traders and local communities. Okay, local people, the mainly they will focus on rural development. They will focus on what, ma? For all the services, all the types of loans they will give. Agriculture loan will be given by whom? This one. Sir, have you listened? A famous bank is called as Chaitanya Godavari Bank. Chaitanya Gramina Godavari Bank. Have you listened or not? Okay. That is coming to the which part means cooperative banks. The normal SBI, normal HDFC banks we have seen, that is called as what? Commercial banks. Okay. Next one, nature of services. They will provide the banking services like deposits, loans, credits, etc. They will provide what, banking services like mainly deposits and loan. Mainly services are same only, but motive are different and started by the members are different. And the primary focus on banking and business growth. And here what, ma? Primary focus on agriculture and rural development. And who is the regulation, ma? Here only RBI will be regulated. When coming to the cooperative, ma? RBI plus cooperative societies. RBI plus cooperative societies. Both are included. Both are regulated here. Okay na guys. Next one, example, State Bank, HDFC Bank, ICI Bank, Punjab National Bank, etc. Here what, ma? Swachh. What is this one, ma? Saraswat Cooperative Banks and Cosmos Cooperative Banks and Karnataka State Cooperative Bank, Apex banks like. So these are the banks are example for what ma? Cooperative banks. Guys are understanding my point. Is there any doubt? NABARD also will be forming part of cooperative bank itself. So next one. So SBs means what ma? Commercial bank means profit plus public, and the cooperative means what ma? Members plus mutual benefit. Have understand or not ma? So now you can easily understand what are the types of commercial banks and what are the types of cooperative banks. Are you getting my point or not? Shall I move forward? Guys, all of you okay now? Now, see this one ma. What are all the schedule? Now only we have discussed. Government or private or foreign. That is the reason public sector means government. Okay na? And the private sector means other than government. And foreign people means foreign investor is doing the activities means that is called as foreign banks. And regional rural banks, nothing but RRBs means a small types of banks which are concentrating on the villages, that is called as regional rural banks. What are the types of commercial banks ma? Public sector, private sector, foreign banks and regional rural banks. When coming to the schedule cooperative ma, in the schedule urban cooperative is there, state cooperative is there, urban is there and state. And again public sector we are having two categories. This is forming part of public sector, forming part of what ma? Public. If central government is starting a bank, only what ma? Central government, that is called as nationalized bank. If the state government is starting a bank, that is called as what ma? State bank of groups. Okay, now the state banks we can say. What we can say ma? State bank. Guys are understanding the pure classification of what ma? Banks. Can you tell me what is the main classification of banks ma? Schedule and non-schedule. Schedule means following the rules of RBI. Non-schedule means non-following the rules of RBI. If one, so that is the reason not following the RBI na, there is no types of banks in the non-schedule. There is a types of banks in the schedule, commercial and cooperative. In the case of commercial ma, public sector, private sector, foreign, and then after what ma? RRBs, regional rural. And again what ma? Urban cooperative, state cooperative. And again when coming to the public sector, we are having the two nationalized banks and state banks. So this is the total classification about what ma? Types of banks. So we can see in a clear manner. So we have completed which one ma? We know the clear meaning of schedule and non-schedule. Unscheduled commercial means what ma? For the general public, for members, for the general public. Cooperative means for the members. Public banks means owned by, controlled by whom ma? Government of India. See the examples ma? State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda and Canara Bank. These three banks are called as what ma? Whom? Belongs to the government. Okay na? And next one, private means owned and managed by the private people like HDFC, ICI and Axis Bank. That is the reason. What is the minimum balance in these accounts? 20,000. What is the minimum balance in these accounts? 5,000. Only 5,000 minimum balance in these accounts. And but who will give the benefits? 2 cinema tickets will give the free every month. Credit cards. And these are the opportunities will be given here. Here the facilities also given. But sir, even though state government is running by the government only, but who will charge the more amount of interest means government companies only will charge the more amount of interest. And if you pay immediately the credit card payments, it will not be updated. It will not be updated. Even though if you pay the credit card bills, n number of times the calls we are going to get. So that is the reason the government sector is not in a forward stage of banking sector. Who is taking care of banking sector ma? Private people are. Next one, foreign banks means what ma? Operated by the banks incorporated outside India. So HSBC and Standard Chartered Bank and Citibank, these are called as what ma? Foreign banks. So next one, RRBs, set up to promote the banking services in rural or semi-urban areas. Okay, so concentrating on the villages, that is called as what ma? RRBs. And next one, cooperative means who will start ma? Members of a cooperative bank benefit. Schedule urban means what ma? Operate in urban areas and providing the banking services to the members of city. Urban means cities. Okay na ma? Again state means what ma? Apex banks of cooperative banks concentrating on the state wide. It is called as what ma? It is a state cooperative banks and urban cooperative banks. Is there any doubts, guys? Shall I move forward? Okay. This is a total important why I am discussing the concept means if you know the concept then only easily you can remember the what are the types of accounts. Without the concept only seeing the flow chart useful or not useful, not useful. That is the reason. Now you can straight away if anyone asking you what is the meaning of nationalized bank, what is the meaning of nationalized bank started by central government or state bank? Central government. What is the meaning of state bank? Started by the state banks. And what is the meaning of scheduled commercial? It is started by the either central government or private people only for the profit motive. What is the meaning of cooperative banks? It is started by the cooperative societies. They have to follow the rules and regulations of RBI plus cooperative societies. And what is the main classification? Schedule and non-scheduled. Schedule means we have to follow rules. Non-schedule means we should not follow the rules. Next one, books of accounts maintained by whom? Banks. Totally how many number of books they will maintain means 10 books. Okay, definitely one MCQ they will ask. Which of the following book is not maintained by the banks? Okay, that is the reason you can remember the names and purposes also. Okay, first one, cash book. Why we will maintain the cash book generally? To record the cash related transactions or what? Cash related transactions from whose point of view? Bank point of view. Bank point of view. That means it record all the cash received and cash paid by the banks. And next coming to the passbook. What is the meaning of passbook? If any person is opening a bank account, what we will give? Passbook. That means what are the records they will maintain? Either saving account records or either current account records are maintained. Guys are understanding my point? Next, ledger. What is the meaning of ledger means? Okay, one customer may have one savings account, one current account, they may take a loan. Yes or no? Or they can lockers. Do you know the lockers? What is the meaning of lockers? We can put our assets. Okay, one customer total details we can found in a ledger. Yes or no? First we will record the journal. Okay, journal is classified into ledgers. Okay, if you see the purchase ledger, which information we know? Purchase related total information we know. That is the reason customer wise ledger accounts will be maintained. Okay, if you open for example Mr. Mahesh Babu account. Okay, we will open the Mr. Mahesh Babu account means we know. So Mahesh Babu is having how many saving accounts in our bank or how many current accounts are there in our bank and what the properties are put in our locker and whether he has taken a loans or not. The total information we can know by seeing the particular ledger. Ledger means what? It contains all the assets of the customer, all the accounts, that means asset account, liability, income and expenses of particular customer. We can identify by way of looking what? Ledgers. And what is the meaning of journal? A basic entry. First the entry level, whatever the entries are passing, the total entries are available in which where? In a journal. And next one, loan account register. Loan account register means which details we can find out. What are the, how many loans we have given. Okay, the number of loans and who has taken a loans. All the information we can find out from the loans register. And next one, what? Fixed deposits. So fixed deposit register means what? Who has invested the fixed deposits. The total information we can find out from this fixed deposit register. So up to now 6 completed. Can you tell me the 6? First one, cash, passbook. Next one, ledger. Next one, journal. Next one, loans. Next one, what? Fixed deposits. Next, current account register. Okay, here passbook we are having total fixed account, nothing but savings account and current account. If you know how many current accounts we have given means again we have to check in where? Current account registers. Okay, now. And next, interest calculation register. On the loans we need to calculate what? Interest. The interest will be calculated separate, will be maintained by the loan section only, but the calculation will be maintained in separate register called as what? Interest calculation register. And bills register. What is the meaning of bills register? Previously we have discussed bills purchased and discount. Okay, how many number of bills we have purchased and how much amount of discount we have given and how much amount we need to receive from the drawee. The total information we can find out in the bills register. And the general register means what ma? Miscellaneous things what are there we can record here. Okay na? Same like a journal proper we can say. In the journal proper, whatever the things are not recorded in the subsidiary books will be recorded in where ma? Journal proper. Whatever the things are not recorded in books will be recorded in what ma? General register. So these are all the 10 books will be maintained by the what ma? Banking sector. Can you repeat the 10 books ma? Cash book, passbook, next ledger, journal, next one is called as loans register, next fixed deposits, next interest calculation register, next one ma? Okay, current account, next one journal, bills, next one journal. The total 10 books, remember these 10 books. Even though you can see the directly in the MCQ also, you can remember which book is not available. They can give the journal proper, will be maintained or will not be maintained, will not be fixed asset register, fixed asset register, loan register, yes, next interest calculation register, fixed deposit register. So like that they will ask in a MCQ. So next one we are discussing, we need to discuss about bills sent for collection. You can put the heading bills sent for collection. So if I am writing, try to write by yourself also. Okay, a mutual understanding. Because if you write something, you are not going to get a sleep. Okay na guys? Okay na, shall I start? What is the meaning of bill sent for collection ma? Asking bank to collect the bill on a time period. For example, if you are having a number of bills and number of due dates will be there, same due date. Okay, I am having the 5 bills ma. Nothing but 5 bills receivable I am having in my hands. So each and every bill having a same due date, different due dates, different. It is possible to remember the due dates ma. So it is not possible. That is the reason I am sending total 5 bills to the bank only for the collection purpose or for taking the amount immediately only for the collection purpose on the due date. Okay, this is the process is called as what ma? Bill sent for collection. Okay, but now we have to think from drawer point of view, drawee point of view, bank point of view. Bank point of view, which accounts we need to maintain. That is the point we need to discuss. Shall I move forward ma? Okay. So we have to take an examples. So Vijay Dalapati, what is the party name of Vijay Dalapati? TVK, and we can take the Andhra King also. Sir, once again I am saying I am not related to any PSPK party like what we can say ma? Janasena, or I am not related to any TVK party like that. I don't know. I will not say. I will not disclose. So I am my favorite party like that. For our convenience purpose, we are taking for our understanding purpose. Because some people will favorite is Jagan Mohan Reddy. We don't know Jagan Mohan Reddy garu. Okay. Okay guys, what is happening means, imagine Vijay drawn the bill on PSPK So bill drawn not only on this person, and again within no time what the PSPK will do ma? Bill accepted. And we can take another person also. Who is this person? Rajshekhar Gotil factory. Have you remember? Do you need a job in Gotil factory? Means you can approach Rajshekhar. Okay. And he is also drawn a bill on Rajshekhar. So bill drawn. And immediately what the Rajshekhar will do ma? Bill accepted. Okay. Now, sir, Vijay is a CM, not a CM. So Vijay is a CM. He is having time. So for example, if you take a due date, the due date on the first bill is second 26, completed 27, and the due date of second bill is 14th 2nd 27. Okay, compulsory Vijay will be busy. Yes or no ma? Extremely on this date is very busy. Yes or no? Feb 14. What is the Valentine's Day date? 14 February only. Especially on this date is very busy. That is the reason what he will do ma? He has transferred the two bills. He has transferred the two bills to the bank. So bills transferred only for collection of what ma? Only for collection. No more point. Okay. We are not going to give the amount immediately. Okay. On the due date, what we will do ma? We will collect the amount from whom? We are going to collect the amount from Rajshekhar and PSPK. After collecting the amount on the due dates, what we will do ma? We are going to give that amount to whom? Vijay sir. Okay, after collection or before collection? After collection. Now meanwhile, the bills will be in the hands of whom? So there is a time, yes or no? Think from whose point of view? Bank point of view. We are received, imagine, we have received the bills on 11/27. On which date we have received the bills ma? 11/27. And what is the due dates ma? Due date is available in second month and here also in the second month. That means minimum 40 to 50 days. The bill available in our hands or not available in our hands? Available in our hands. That means whether we need to maintain any accounts or whether we need to record this particular transaction of bills receipt and amount payment or no need to record. Guys are understanding my point ma? We have received the bills or we have not received the bills? We have received the bills and we paid the amount. Whether these two are transactions or not a transaction, sir. Transaction. What is the meaning of a transaction ma? An activity in terms of money is called as a transaction. These two are activities or not activities? Activities. That too for the purpose of business or not for the purpose of business? So what is our business ma? We can accept the deposits, we can collect the bills, and we are going to give the amount to the persons. Meanwhile, what we are going to charge? Collection charges. This is our business purpose only. We are entering into the two transactions. Whether we need to record these two transactions or no need to record these two transactions, we have to record these two transactions. Yes or no? Okay. Now my point is that bill, whatever the bill we have received, okay, that particular bill, or we can call it as bills, it is an asset or it is a liability. Whether it is an asset or whether it is a liability. Same. Okay, how many of you thinking that that is an asset? Please raise your hands. Are Always from the bank only, from the bank point of view I am discussing. Okay na? So from the bank point of view, that bills are asset or liability. Liability. How many of you saying that is a liability? Okay, 60 members are saying that is a liability. Okay, bank has to pay to this person, that is the meaning, that is the situation, so it is a liability. Okay, what you are thinking? That person, brown shirt. Asset a liability. Okay, except you all are saying that is a liability. Okay, put aside sometime. What you are imagining? Bank has to, okay, you are also saying that is a liability. Okay, that means the whole class is saying that is a liability. Why it is liability? Okay, we have received the bill, we need to repay to the drawer. That is the reason, that is a liability you are saying. Okay. But we are collecting, we need to collect the amount from drawee. Can I say asset? Okay, what you are saying means, one point of you are saying, sir, we need to pay that amount to whom? Drawer. Okay, but I am saying that I need to receive an amount from drawee, because the bill is holding in my hands. I need to receive amount from whom? PSPK and Rajshekhar. That means that is an asset now. That amount is not staying in bank. Sir, is there any our liability? Sir, if the drawee is not paid, means what we will do? We will simply return that bills to whom? Drawer. Is there any liability? If the drawee is not paid, means whether we are having any liability? No. We are acting like a middleman. That's all. If you receive the amount, means we will collect that amount and we will give to the drawer. If your drawee is not paying that amount, means whether we are having any liability to pay? No. That means it is not a liability. It is not a liability. If a drawer, okay, compulsory we need to collect the amount from the drawee, or if the drawee made the payment, then only we need to collect. If the drawee made the payment, then only we are going to collect. Is there any compulsion that we need to receive the amount from drawee? No. That means what I am saying is, it is not an asset and it is not a liability. But even though we will create two accounts, bill sent for collection asset account and bill sent for collection liability, only for record maintenance. Only for what, ma? Record maintenance. Guys are understanding, ma? It is acting like a middleman, that's all. We are going to collect a collection charges, a nominal amount. So what is the entry for the collection charges? Cash or bank account debited to collection charges account. Collection charges should be transferred to which account? P&L account. Can you say the entry? Collection charges account debited to P&L. But we are, in our hands, we are holding the bills, or we are not holding the bills? We are holding the bills. So this information will be recorded in bills book. We are maintaining the bills book now. This information will be recorded in where, ma? Bills book. Okay. Now, for that holding the bills, we have to open how many accounts? One account or two account? Two accounts, because it is not a asset, it is not a liability. That is the reason we have to open how many accounts, ma? We have to open two accounts. What is the first one, ma? Bills sent for collection asset. And what is the another one, ma? Bills sent for collection liability. Okay, Nama? So what are the two accounts we need to open? Asset and liability. Why we are opening? We are not opening only asset, because it is not an asset. We are not opening only a liability, because it is not a liability. That is the reason we are opening two accounts for counter effect. Because in order to maintain one record in our books, means we have to do the debit and we have to do the credit. That is the reason one dummy asset and one dummy liability we are creating. Are you getting the point? Only because of holding of that particular bills. Okay. Now we need to prepare which accounts, ma? Bills sent for collection asset account and we need to prepare leave 4 to 5 lines, that's all. And we need to prepare bill sent for collection liability account. Okay, ma. Do you know, all know, we have discussed in the modern approach in the before class. Can you tell me, asset is having which balance, ma? Okay, for the debit balance, opening balance will be on which side? Debit side. So what we need to write? Brought down or carried down? Brought down. So to balance brought down. Closing balance, ma? Credit side. So what we need to write? By balance carried on. Okay, na? So come to the liability account, ma. Completed, ah? Okay, in the liability account, opening balance on credit side. So what we need to write? By balance brought down. And closing balance, ma. To balance carried on. Okay, then after. Ma, if the debit balance increases, which side? Debit side. So if anything increases, we have to record on the debit. If anything decreases, we have to record on the credit, because it is an asset or liability. Asset. Come to the liability point of view. Same or reverse, sama? Reverse. Reverse means anything increases which side? Credit side. Anything decreases which side? Debit side. Okay. Guys are understanding my point, ma? Okay. If you receive the bills, from the drawee, what is happening? Bills comes in, bills goes out. Bills comes in. Increases or decreases? Increases. Which side we have to record? Debit side. What we need to record? To bills sent for collection liability account. Bills sent for collection liability. Guys, that means what is the entry? Bills sent for collection asset account debited to liability account. Okay, na guys? Because whether we need to receive the amount from drawee, if you write the drawee there, so that is a liability. So whether it is a liability, ma? No. What I am saying is, okay, if you receive the bills means what is the entry, ma? Normally, for example, you are receiving a bill from Vijay. What is the entry? Bills receivable account debited to Vijay. Why we are crediting the Vijay? We are liable to make the payment. Okay, now also if you write the same thing, we are having any liability? No. We are having any liability, ma? No. Or you can write to drawee also. Whether we need to pay anything to drawee? No. That is the reason what we are crediting, ma? A liability account. Dummy or what, ma? Dummy. So what we need to write the entry here? To bills sent for collection liability asset, ma? Liability account. Guys are understanding my way of explanation. Okay, na guys? Okay. What is the meaning, ma, here? Bills received. Amma, in the liability account which side? Asset account debit side means in the liability account which side? Credit side. What we need to write? By bills sent for collection asset account. By bills sent for collection asset account. Ma, okay, we have received the bills, but the drawee is unable to make the payment. Drawee is able to make the payment, unable to make the payment. Unable means we have to return back to the drawer itself. Yes or no, ma? Guys are understanding, ma? So we have received, ma. So we have received the bill, but on the due date we are gone to the drawer. So drawee and asking that please make the payment. But he is not able to make the payment. Now what we need to do? We have to reverse back to whom? Drawer. While receiving, which entry we have passed? Asset account debited to liability account. While reversing, liability account debited to asset account. Guys are understanding my point. Now our asset balance increases or decreases? Some decreases. Which side we have to write? Credit side. So by bills sent for collection liability account, honor or dishonor? Amma? Dishonor. Amma, honor also same, dishonor also same. Honor also same, dishonor. Honor means we will give the amount, dishonor means we will give the bill. That's all. Okay na? So same thing. What we can write ma? To bills sent for collection asset. You can write here directly what ma? Honor or dishonor. Here also you can write dishonor or honor. What is the balances ma? Closing balance. What is the meaning of closing balance? Means we have received the bill, but due date is not at comes into the picture. Guys are understanding my point. We are in the year end ma. What is our year end? 31st March. Still in the next year the due date is available. That is the reason those bills are available in a closing balance. Guys are understanding my point ma. For example, PSPK bill was matured. Okay, matured means the balance will be decreases. Sir, Rajshekhar bill is not at mature. That means the still showing in a closing balances. Is there any doubts, guys? So this is the overall information about what ma bill sent for collection. That means you have completed the discounting accounting treatment from the whose point of view? Banking. And bill sent for collection from whose point of view ma? Banking. Is there any doubts, guys? Shall I move forward? Okay. Upon this concept, there is no question available in our study material. So we can take one example and we can solve. Directly I will give the example, try to solve on your own. I will give 10 minutes, same like yesterday's. Okay. Okay. Please take a note of this example. Below that you can write this example. You can try to solve. That is a separate entry. Okay, now in these accounts only these transactions will come into the picture. Completed, guys. You will prepare, you will prepare the accounts, Will you prepare or I need to explain? Completed, There is a person called Safayam. Are you getting my points, ma? Use the replies in a chat box. Do you note down the question? All of you. Okay. Okay, this is an example. How many accounts we need to prepare, ma? Asset account and liability account. So we can prepare simultaneously. So what is the first account, guys? Bill sent for collection, asset accounts. What is the next one? Bill sent for collection, liability account. Okay, can you tell me what is the opening balance they have given? So on 1/4/2025, bills for collection were rupees how much, ma? 51 lakhs. Okay, the opening balance means in the asset opening balance will be available on debit side. So what we need to write, ma? To balance brought down. What is the amount, ma? 51 lakhs. In the liability opening balance, we have to write on credit side. So with the name of by balance brought down, that is equal to how much, ma? 51 lakhs. Okay, na guys. Next one. Have you completed? Okay. What is the next one they're asking, ma? During the year 25-26, bills received and collected amounts to how much, ma? 75 lakhs. What is the meaning of this 75 lakhs? We have received the bills from drawer and we have received from drawer. We have received the bills from drawer for the purpose of what? Collection. So that means increasing the balance of asset, decreasing the balance of asset, increasing the balance of asset and also increasing the balance of liability. Which side, ma? Asset debit side and liability credit side. Same name, opposite name, opposite name. So what we have to write in the asset account? To bills sent for collection, asset liability, amma, liability 75 lakhs. You can write in the bracket bills received for collection. In the examination, you no need to write this one, ma. Which one? Bills received from collection. For our understanding, we are writing. Okay, na guys. So here in which side, ma? Credit side or debit side? Credit side by bills sent for collection asset or liability amma? Asset. What is the amount? 75 lakhs. Bills received for collection. Is there any doubt, guys? So next one. What is the next points, ma? Bills collected during the year 25-26, how much, ma? 98 lakh 47,000. Collected means we have received amount from drawing. In the case of collection, our asset will be decreases and our liability will be decreases. Same side, opposite side. Opposite side. So this is a honor and this is a dishonor. Both will be recorded on the in the asset credit side, in the liability debit side. The remaining amount will be the balancing figure. Shall we move forward, ma? So what we need to write? Buy bills sent for collection. Asset liability amma. Liability. Can you say honor amount? 98 lakhs 47,000. And dishonor also same side, opposite side amma. Same side. Buy bills sent for collection. Liability account. Dishonor. What is the dishonor amount? 27 lakh 10,000. So in this account, credit side means in the liability account, which side, ma? Debit side. So can you tell me what we need to write, ma? Two bills sent for collection. Asset or liability, amma? Asset. Honor. So can you tell me honor amount? 98 lakhs 47,000. Two bills sent for collection. Asset. Dishonor. How much, ma? 27 lakh 10,000. Okay, what is the balancing figure, ma? Same balancing figure will be available in the both the accounts. For asset, what is the closing balance? On which side, ma? Debit side or credit side? Credit side. By balance carried on, how much? 43,000. All of you got the same answer, ma. And in the liability, ma, debit or credit? Debit. To balance carried on 43,000. Same amounts, na. Can you tell me the totals? 1 crore. So 1 crore 26 lakhs. Okay, na guys, is there any doubt? So this is how we completed which one, ma? Bill sent for collection. Okay, for commission, what is the entries we will write? If you receive the commission, what are the entries we can record? Commission received entries. What is the first entry, ma? Cash or bank account debited to commission income account. Commission income account we have to transfer to P&L account. Commission income account debited to profit or loss account. A normal entries. Okay, now guys, is there any doubts? So only one concept we are pending. What is that concept, ma? We need to discuss about guarantees. So what are the, in the case, sometimes the bank can be act as what, ma? Guarantee. At which situations we can give the guarantee? At which point of view we can give the guarantees, ma? For exporter, for example, we are going to purchase the commodities from outside India. Okay, we can pay directly amount, outsider. So he is located in India, na outside India, na outside India. We are going to have the trust on that particular person. No, after receiving the goods only, what we can do? We can pay, because if we send the amount, he may abscond also. Because we can traceable, we cannot traceable, we cannot trace. That is the reason at that point of time, for the seller we are going to give the guarantee. So that is the concept called as what, ma? Letter of credit. That is the concept called as what? Letter of credit. We will give that letter of credit on behalf of whom I am going to give, ma? On behalf of Indian buyer, I am going to give the letter of credit to whom? Foreign investors, nothing but foreign sellers. At that point of time, simply we can give the letter of credit to the seller, or buyer need to deposit amount in our bank account. Buyer need to deposit amount in our bank account. At that point of time, what we will give, ma? If that person not paid, means we are going to pay the amount. That concept. Okay, based on what are the accounts we need to open, we can explain. Last and final, it will be completed 20 minutes. That's all. We can wind up this class. Okay, keep the heading acceptance, endorsement and guarantee. Acceptance, endorsement and guarantee. Now, can you say this guarantee is a liability or asset? Amma, before, if the drawee is not paid, means whether we are having any liability? No. But now our buyer is not paid, means who has to pay? We need to pay. It is a, I need to say that one, this guarantee is called as not asset, not a liability, but it is a, we can say that is called as what, ma? Contingent liability. What is that one, ma? Contingent. What is the meaning of contingent? May or may not. If the buyer paid, means we no need to pay. If the buyer is not paid, means we have to pay. That is called as contingent liability. For example, someone has filed a suit on us, on our company. If that case was owned by the person who has made on us, we need to pay certain consideration. That means if you lose the case, then only we have to pay, or what ma? If you lose the case, then only we have to pay. If you own the case, we no need to pay. That is also called as what ma? Contingent liability. May or may not. Guys are understanding my point ma? So here we can directly discuss certain with the example we can discuss the accounting treatment. Okay. Okay, you will get clarity. Wait a second. We can take Modi ji. Modi is an Indian or a foreigner? Indian, okay. There is no doubt. We want foreign people. Huh? I think just a second. This one nice, huh? Huh? Tivakara. Yuankana. Okay. Okay. Are you satisfied, Ra? Only dot photo you want. Mm. The image is not so. Okay, Ra. Okay. Modi is thinking something. He is saying something. What the Modi want, ma? Modi want to purchase a truck. Okay. Wait a second. We can draw nicely. Okay. Modi want to purchase a truck from outside India. Okay. But what he is saying, hey, you just pay the money, then only I will send the truck. But obviously, Modi is not having trust on Trump. Okay, now if he send the money, what he will do, ma? He will simply take that amount and he will put in his pocket, and he will respond for Khalsa. He will not respond for Khalsa. He will not respond for call. Not only the Trump, even though you are in the same situation, means what he will do? What he will do, ma? When someone is giving money, simply means you will take the money and you will simply put in your pocket. Yes or no? You are a good person, sir. I am not a good person. If I am in a same situation, means what I will do, ma? I will do the same thing. That is the reason. Who will come into the picture, ma? Our legend. Who is our legend of the chapter? Who is the legend of the chapter, ma? Bank. So bank is going to come into the picture. Okay, what the Modi is saying that he is approached to us. Us means what? We are the bankers, and he is saying that I will deposit some amount deposited by the Modi. Then what we are going to give, ma? We are going to give the letter of credit. What is the meaning of letter of credit, ma? Please send the goods what is required by the buyer. Okay, if he is unable to make the payment means who will make the payment? I will make the payment. I means what, ma? Bank will make the payment. Okay, obviously Trump can trust the banker, cannot trust the banker. Yes, he can file a suit if he is not receiving the amount, because bank is a big organization, a small organization, big organization. So that is the meaning. He is going to trust. He is not going to trust him. He is going to trust. So first, what is the first point, ma? Amount deposits. So we are going to receive the goods, and then next, obviously, what is the next point, ma? Modi need to make the payment or no need to make the payment? So Modi need to make the payment. If he is not made the payment, who need to make the payment? We need to make the payment. So this is the situation. Now, as of now, we are having a liability, we are not having the liability. We are having a liability if the depositor not made the payment. That is the reason it is called as which liability, ma? Contingent liability. So we need to open only one account. Previous scenario like two accounts. In the previous scenario, bill sent for collection is not an asset, not a liability. That is the reason how many accounts we have opened? Two accounts. But here, ma, how many accounts we need to open? Only one account, because it is a not a definite liability, but it is a like a liability. So which account we need to open means acceptance, endorsement and guarantee account. Which account, ma? Acceptance, okay na guys? It is a liability, it is an asset, ma. Even though it is a contingent liability, like a liability, like asset, like a liability. So what we need to do, ma? Increases means which side? Credit side. Decreases means which side? Debit side. Can you tell me opening balance where we need to record? Credit side with the name of by balance brought down. Obviously, closing balance where we need to record? Debit side to balance carried down. Okay guys, next then after. Okay, if the amount, if we given the guarantee, our liability increases or decreases? If we given the guarantee, our liability increases or decreases? Increases, because there is a chances of non-payment will be there or will not be there, will be there. So liability increases. What we need to write here means previously asset means liability we have recorded. Liability means asset we have recorded. Here we have to write, remember this word, constituent. What is that one, ma? Constituent of acceptance, endorsement and liability. What is the meaning of constituent? Means may or may not. Okay, simply we cannot write may or may not. That is the reason we are writing what? Constituent. CONSTITUENTS. Constituents of acceptance, comma endorsement and guarantee. New guarantee given or what ma? New guarantee given. Okay, at which point of time our liability will be decreases? When that particular person made the payment or honored, that is called as honor. Or if he is not honored means we need to make the payment. In the both the situations, what will be happen? A liability will be decreases. So again what we need to write? Two constituent of that one only, acceptance, endorsement and guarantee. Okay, Nama. So this is called as, if you make the payment, that is called as bank paid off. If the client made the payment, that is called as client paid off. Bank paid off or client paid off. So you can write here bank paid off or client paid off. Is there any doubt, guys? A simple point. This will be the balancing figure. What will be the balancing figure, ma? Closing balance. Shall we do one question, ma? On this we are having a question, but till now they are not asked related to this concept, ma. What are the concepts? Bill sent for collection they are not asking, and acceptance endorsement also not asking. But there may be a chances of what, ma? Asking also. Okay, shall I move forward, ma? So question number 2, ma. On this we are having which question? Question number 2. But what you need to remember, ma, here, constituent. What is the meaning of constituent? May or may not. So please open the book. Question number 2. Have you completed, ma, account? All of you. Okay, see the discussion, ma. From the following details, prepare acceptance, endorsement and other obligation account as would appear in the general ledger. Sir, what is the meaning of why they are using the general ledger? Because it is not forming part of remaining all the books. It is forming part of what, ma? General ledger. Guys are understanding? That is the reason they are asking about in the general ledger, because it is not a savings account, it is not a current account, it is not a bill also to write in a bills book. Okay, that is the reason. So on 1/4, sir, they are saying about 1/4 means opening or closing, amma. Opening balance. Acceptance not yet satisfied. Should at how much, ma? Should at 33,45,000, out of which 30 lakhs were subsequently paid off by the client. Amma, 30 lakhs subsequently paid off by the client means our liability balance increases or decreases? Decreases. What we need to write? Two constituent of acceptance, endorsement and guarantee. And the bank had to honor the rest. That means what? So what is the opening balance? 33,45,000. Out of this 33,45,000, how much amount paid by the client? 30 lakhs. Can you tell me the remaining amount, ma? 3,45,000. Who need to make the payment? Bank. So whatever it is, bank paid or a client paid, what, which side? Debit side. Okay. So can you tell me the remaining amount? 3,45,000. A scrutiny of an acceptance register related to the following. There is a one scrutiny they have happened in the general register. So what there, ma? We are having a clients, ma. P, Q, R, S, T, X. Okay. So can you tell me the total amount of this one, ma? They are given, ma. No need to do the total also. What is the total amount? 64 lakh 5,000. What is the meaning of this one, ma? We have received we have given a new guarantee. We have given a new guarantee. Ma, this they have discussed about this point, opening balance. Opening balance is the 33 lakh 45. Out of this opening balance of 33 lakh 45, 30 lakh was paid by whom? Client. Remaining who need to pay? We need to honor. And again he is saying about the new guarantee things in the current year. In the current year, how much amount of guarantee we have given? 64 lakh 5,000. New guarantee given means our liability increases or decreases? Increases. Guys are understanding my point, ma? Okay, na? Jafar. Okay. So that means what we need to write? By constituent of acceptance, endorsement and guarantee. Directly we can write the total amount, or if you want you can write P this much, Q this much, R this much, S this much, like that. Okay. Then after remarks they have given. So see the remarks, ma. Bank honored on 10/6/2023. Sir, first of all, what is our opening year, ma? 1/4/2023 means, can you tell me the year end, ma? 31st March 24. So on or before this date means the thing happened during the year. Either honor by the client, either honor by the bank. But who is honored this amount? Bank. Even though bank is honored, debit side. Party paid off, debit side. And next one, ma. Party failed to pay and bank had to honor whatever it is. Party paid or bank paid. So what is the date, ma? 30/11/2023. That means on or before 31st March or what, ma? On or before 31st March. Not satisfied up to 31st March 2024 means what? Oh, not like that. Closing balance. Not satisfied means closing balance. If bank has not satisfied, client has not satisfied means what is happening? Is still in the closing balance. Okay. So here what is the meaning of this one means? They are saying the same thing. That means, can you tell me the closing balance, ma? 12 lakh plus 7 lakh 50,000 plus 4 lakh 5,000. So you can write there closing balance. Okay, na guys? So we can do. So what we need to prepare, ma? We have to prepare the which account? Acceptance, endorsement and guarantee account. Okay, na guys? Shall I move forward? So put the heading question number 2. What is the account, ma? Acceptance. So easily you can write. Can you tell me the opening balance, guys? So which side we have to write the opening balance? Right side. Have you opened the account, all of you? Are you writing anything? By balance, brought down or carried on, amma? Brought down 33 lakhs 45,000. Out of this balance, who has paid, ma? Client paid 30 lakhs and bank paid remaining of 3 lakh 45. So what we need to write? To constituent of acceptance, endorsement and guarantee. Who has made the payment? client is equal to how much ma? 30 lakhs. So I am going to copy this one. What is the next one ma? Who has paid? Bank paid. Okay, how much? 3 lakh 45,000. And next one, we have given a new guarantee. Okay na? Can you tell me the new guarantee total ma? So by constituent or two constituent ma? By constituent. Can you tell me the parties names individually? P. P how much? 15 lakhs. Q 18 lakhs. R R 7,50,000. Yes sir. Yes 12 lakhs. T 7,50,000. X sir. X. That's all. Can you tell me the total? 4 lakh 5 64 lakh 5,000. Now, can you tell me total client paid off out of this amount? Total client paid off. 43 lakh. Total client paid off ma. Total client paid off means only 18 lakhs na. Only what ma? 18 lakhs. So 15 lakhs and 7 lakh 50 paid by whom? Bank. Okay. 18 lakhs sir. Client paid off. Can you tell me bank paid off ma? So individual amounts in 15 lakhs plus 7 lakh 50,000. Total 22 lakh 50,000. Guys, are you getting my point? Or if you want, you can write individually also. If you want, you can write what ma? Individual amount for 15 lakhs, individual amount from 7 lakh 50. So this one, who has paid off ma? Bank paid off. Can you tell me the closing balance ma? 23 lakhs 50,000. Okay na guys, visible ah? Have you got the same answer, all of you? So immediately after going to the home, let us revise all the papers, all the past papers from past 4 attempts is sufficient, including the previous attempt also. So 4A, check the 4A, they will give the banking question from the 4A concept. So in the next class we can discuss about electricity company, then after insurance company. So is there any doubts, ma? So this is how we are going to close this session. So we can meet in the next class. Okay, Nama, they will update you the timings, whether the class will be there or not also. Please check that one. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Is there any doubts?